Hello, my gorgeous Sagittarius. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's in between the 12th and the 18th of September 2022. At the beginning of this week, I like it so much. What are you actually going to be going through? And when I say what you're going to be going through at the beginning of the week, it's a lot to do with you feeling so inspired, and by the beginning of this week you will know exactly what you're of course going to feel so inspired by, but it is going to be connected to somebody. It's going to start with a certain person who is going to inspire you like there is no tomorrow. So by the beginning of this week that I'm talking about, by the beginning of the 12th of September, you are actually gonna feel such a powerful inspiration. And this only happens when the very specific people who are meant to be in our life have got such a powerful impact on us. Whether this is basically to do with the person who is directly connected to you, around you, like all the time type of thing, or whether this is like your family member, but whether this is a friend, or whether this is someone who you see every now and then, or whether this is someone who you really connect to while you're watching this person online, it doesn't really matter. If someone really makes you feel good, if someone really makes you feel wonderful, if someone has got that impact on you that almost instantly raises your vibration in the best possible way, of course, then that person is meant to be in our lives. Everybody's meant to be in our lives up to a certain extent, because every single person that comes across, it's like meant to cross our path. We learn from bad things and we learn from good things, of course, but those people who are carrying this very special energy within them, who have got this power to inspire us so much, and then we again feel our own passion, those people are very special. So my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is going to be really good, because it's going to also help you to make such an important, big, massive step, towards the life that you want to live. But it's also a lot to do with, with an energy that you were putting your energy towards something so much for such a long time, but it hasn't been moving on as fast as you wanted to. So this is the inspiration that I'm talking about, because this in itself is gonna get you going. Not only gonna get you going, but you're gonna shut up after that moment in time. But what you need to remember, that from the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's all about now you're gonna suddenly feel, it's not only you feeling so inspired by somebody, it's not only by that, but it's not only about that inspiration, but it's at the same time about you understanding exactly like what to work on, and this is how you're going to be able to connect within so much, because from the beginning of the actual from the beginning of this week, it's all about you kind of understanding to do something really specific. What do you need to work on? Suddenly maybe the part of your life that would just make you feel, oh god, really down and negative, now suddenly you're gonna feel such an inspiration to go and work with it, but to go and work with it, with this energy, with this vibration, because it's all needed from you at this moment in time to actually, when it comes to your own personal breakthrough. So it's all about you understanding exactly like what do you need to do, which services do you maybe need to offer, what amount of energy and what exactly do you need to do towards something very specific. It's to do with a specific goal that you're gonna feel so intense about. So this all boils down to, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's all about the specific goal that is going to be on your mind, something very specific. And then but beforehand, you were like kind of trying, you were working on it, and sometimes you were getting like a bit of a blockages, because maybe subconsciously you would prevent yourself from moving on by thinking negatively without even realizing you were somehow blocking yourself and slowing yourself down. But that doesn't matter, because this point that you're reaching right now, it's absolutely everything. So please do pay attention to what this inspiration is. Where is it coming from? How do you feel about it? What do you need to do when it comes to the next step? You don't need to know exactly how you're going to get where you want to get, exactly every single step, but it's all about like following this inspiration, this spiritual essence. And this is all going to lead towards you kind of like really kind of like a thinking, and then suddenly you are going to be facing a really difficult choice. Like, oh my God, you're going to be facing a really difficult choice. And that difficult choice that you're going to be facing, it's really going to kind of like, it's going to, the reason why is it going to be difficult, why you're going to feel so difficult is because you're going to be taking so many considerations, you know, from the outside world. You must ignore the world on the outside. You must ignore people who haven't got anything to do with you. You must ignore the constant downer that you were like kind of hearing on the outside, because it was contributing quite a lot towards you kind of like a really kind of being slowed down when it comes to your personal plan. So this is why you're going to be facing this choice like a really difficult, because at the same time you're going to be hearing like things from the outside that haven't got anything to do with your life, but it was affecting your life for such a long time, of course. And this is why for some reason you're going to find this really kind of a difficult choice, but then suddenly pam pam pam, you're going to hear something from the outside that is going to be absolutely kind of crazy to believe, but at this moment in time, nothing to do with your life again, but at this moment in time you're going to feel like nothing is going to surprise you, and there is something else that you're going to find on the outside. And this moment is going to be a big mama moment. This moment is going to be absolutely everything, because you're going to find out something from the outside that you didn't know before, something unbelievable, something crazy, but then again nothing was going to surprise you by this moment in time. And that particular thing, it's really going to kind of make you aware of something, and it's going to open your eyes, and that is going to bring you even closer to yourself, and it's going to play a giant role when it comes to you finding that really difficult question. And you will know, because you're going to become aware of like some kind of a danger or a lot of like unknown things on the outside, and this is all going to contribute towards you kind of realizing, you know what, this choice is actually not that difficult. This choice is actually going to be really simple to make at this moment in time. And you know, I mean, it's a lot to do with your intuition. You've got like a little empress here, so it's a lot to do with your intuition and something coming to you really intuitively, exactly like this is exact part of your life that you need to nurture, you need to put more energy, you need to put more vibration, you need to take on. So intuitively you will know that this is something that you need to do, and you're gonna feel like, oh my God, you're gonna feel like a big mama. Now you're gonna feel like really good about yourself, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. And look, when I'm shuffling this oracle cards, especially when it comes to you kind of finding out something on the outside that is actually going to really contribute quite a lot towards you making an important choice, you know. So you're gonna hear, you see what I mean? Look, boundaries, this is important. It's a lot to do with you setting up your own boundaries, and at the same time not allowing nobody ever again to like kind of tell you what to do, to direct you what to do, and to take over your mind. I'm not saying you were saying to people, or the people were saying to you what to do and things like that, but I think that this is going to be completely obvious, because it's all about you setting up your own boundaries and not allowing people to kind of enter your spiritual field, your spiritual bubble, who absolutely are only draining your energy for absolutely crazy reasons. You know what I mean? So it's all about you understanding, by you taking this choice, by you understanding this is not really difficult choice. At the same time, you will understand that you are, you know, setting up the certain boundaries, and you will also understand that you're never going to kind of allow the energy from the outside to penetrate your own kind of vibration ever again. So of course that this is going to be good. And also it's like you see what I mean? It's almost like, you know, you are gonna start like some kind of journey here. You know, you are gonna start some kind of journey here. You are gonna become aware of a lot of instances that you've never tried before, or you've never been before part of, and things like that. But then again, this is all part of your spiritual journey. So of course it's really important just to pay attention to how you feel about things, not how other people think. that you should be doing things and reflecting on things. And even more so, do you know that choice that I'm talking about? This is gonna be absolutely one of the best things that you could have possibly do for yourself. But it's going to lead towards an absolutely remarkable success, towards a remarkable accomplishment. I really hope that this reading is not too confusing, my gorgeous Sagittarini. I've got so much information to tell you, and it's a lot to put in 1 week. And you know, but it's gonna lead to the bottom line is, it's not only about you feeling inspired and things like that. No, baby, no. One thing is going to lead into another. So it's going to start with a choice that you're going to find really difficult. Then you're going to realize, no, baby, no. This is exactly what I need to do. You're setting up the certain boundaries. And at the same time, intuitively, you will know that this is the right thing to do, which is going to, of course, lead towards an ultimate change and a rather surprising achievement. There is something that is going to surprise you like there is no tomorrow here. Not only this is going to lead towards an ultimate change, it's going to bring you such a great accomplishment. You're going to feel really good about yourself. But this is also to do with your skill. It's to do with things that you love doing. So you see, you're taking your passion on the next level, baby. It doesn't matter whether you're retired, whether you're working, whether you're looking for work. It's all about like finding out this particular thing about yourself. Our passion is our essence. Our passion is who we are. Our passion is our spirit. Our spirit is our soul. This is what we are. Our passion is us. Our spirit is guiding us towards those things that when we are doing these particular things in life, we shine really brightly. Indeed, we are projecting a very unique energy, and you can't do things wrong in life as long as you do things that you feel really good about. So the reason why am I saying this? Because this is to do with your passion. It's to do with things that you love doing. It's to do with your skill, but it's also to do with the fact that you need to like really, you are, while you're doing this, you're going to center yourself so much. You're going to bring yourself right back where you should be at this moment, at this stage in your life. Because the journey was like, oh my God, a lot was happening over the last 2 or 3 years. So this is all about you rebalancing yourself out, but also knowing that it's about the passion, about what you love doing, you know, what you love, like how you express yourself in this world and things like that. So you've got a magician here. So of course, you know, this is going to be really, really important moment for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because this is all boiling down, you know, towards your skill and towards you living this life and doing things that you enjoy. But not only that, but taking them on the next level. My goodness, you see. And when I shuffle these cards, for example, and when I focus on it, okay, when I shuffle these tarot cards, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and when I focus on it, you see, you're taking your skill on the next level. What are tarot cards going to tell us right now? What is tarot cards are going to tell us when it comes to you taking your skill on the next level? And this just turn around by itself. It's a Queen of Wands. It's absolutely, of course, absolutely the best thing to do. And while you're doing this, while you're taking your skill on the next level, at the same time you can expect, you know, to have some kind of a vision here. And the vision that you are going to have, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's also going to be quite important at around the midweek. But at the same time, you need to accept something. You also need to accept something, and this is important because now karmically things are changing, and how the spiritual cycle works. When we come to an end of the certain spiritual cycle, then, you know, we kind of face things from our past, from a long time ago, that we have to deal with. So it's to do with the trauma from a long time ago. From a long time ago, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and this is going to be obvious at around the midweek. And you say, why? Because when we reach the end of the cycle, there is always the beginning of a new cycle, which means that karmically you went through quite a lot, but there is always something that you need to pay attention to. There is always something, I know, that you need to cut out of your life in terms of the actual very unhealthy attachment now. So it's to do with the trauma from a long time ago. And how you're going to know what that trauma is? Well, you're going to have flashes of reminders at around the midweek. Something is going to remind you of something like really bad that happened to you just out of the blue. And any single person that come to you connected to it, or anyone that comes to connected to it, and you feel like, oh, that bastard or something, just try to let it go, release it, cut it out of your life immediately. It's important for you to understand that you have to accept this, because it's not about them. them. It's about you releasing your spirit and understanding that there is something really important that you've learned out here. And at the same time, you see, as soon as you understand this, as soon as you become aware of this, a couple of days later, something is going to come to you, an absolutely mind-blowing mind-blowing conclusion. It's going to come to you, and the conclusion that it's going to come to you, it's also that moment in time, something is going to happen to you, very kind of dark energy, it's about to shift at the same time, and you will see that maybe at the time when you had the problems with a certain people or with a certain connections in your life, you know, it was all kind of connected to it. So now suddenly a lot of negative energy is going to shift because you're going to allow your spirit to go on the next level. And this is a good thing indeed, because after that moment in time, some kind of barrier is going to pick up, and there are lots of people that are going to start floating into your life. Some of these people that are going to start coming into your life, it's going to be connected to your private life, like a stranger in the night, Sagittarini in the morning, if you want. But then some people are going to be like a new friends, or they're going to be like a new people who you're going to be working with. It's just to do with a whole new level of people that are going to be finally coming into your life. And then the midweek also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's like this is the very wise moment that you're going to have a midweek. You are going to see something, you know, you're going to read about something, and then suddenly you will be able to connect, and you're going to have such a wise moment. Something is going to come to you because you've got the high priestess now here. You see here, that means that something is going to come to you, something really, really wise. You know, first of all, you're going to see something, you're going to read something, and then you're going to realize through that, oh my God, like you really have made like fantastic, like absolutely superb choice. So you will know that you made the choice that you thought, oh my God, it's so difficult at the beginning of the week. Oh no, baby, no. You will know that this choice was absolutely a big mama choice to make. You will know, sorry, I'm being silly. You will know that this choice is absolutely the right choice. This is going to be the sacred moment in time, because now at this moment, nothing is going to stop you. My God, things are going to be so busy for you over the next couple of months like there is no tomorrow. But most importantly, you will know that you will somehow know so strongly that you made the right choice. And this is going to be like absolutely everything, because suddenly you're going to start feeling very emotional. Suddenly you're going to start feeling very spiritual, and you will understand, that there is so much pressure. There is so much of the overburdened feeling, and so much excessive pressures and stress and sadness and negativity slowly coming to an end. You will know that your problems are soon about to be resolved, and this is so important because it's all about that final little push. It's all about that final little push that you need to make. And look, when you make that final little push, look at this, my gorgeous Sagittarini. When you make that final little push, especially when it comes to your problems and things like that, look, you are going to have such a powerful inspiration. You are going to have such a powerful inspiration. You are actually going to be inspired, to make that final push. But at the same time, this is going to bring so much peace into your life. And you will realize how much you were maybe like a little bit nervous, stressed and things like that. But the bottom line is, oh my God, Sagittarini, look at this. It's a life purpose. This is why I'm so excited while I'm feeling this, while I'm reading this. I'm feeling it because I'm feeling it on the level number 3,575. Honestly, because it's to do with a life purpose, and this is a very big chance for you also to put as much like energy towards it as much as you possibly can. And especially by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's all about an opportunity. Here, you're going to become aware of a very important opportunity, and that important opportunity that you are going to become aware of, this is also like going to be so good for you, because it's at the same time going to make you aware of like, oh my God, this is so important. I thought that I couldn't do this in a long time. I thought that I wasn't ready. I thought that I wasn't prepared. And that opportunity is going to be so good for you because you're literally going to break free. your spirit is literally going to be break free, and at the same time you are also going to realize, oh my god, I should have done this long time ago, I should have done this like about 8 months ago, I should have done this like about 9 months ago, I should have done this like about 10 months ago. It doesn't really matter, you're doing it now, you're doing it exactly when you're meant to be doing. But yes, you're going to realize that you should have done this a long time ago, because you had all this within you and it was all down to you, it was all up to you. But also that opportunity that you are going to have at the end of the week, it's all about you breaking free. It's all about you having your, literally, from a caterpillar, you're going to become a gorgeous butterfly here. This is very important for you to understand. And the fact that you're going to be aware of this, that opportunity is just going to literally start changing your life. You're going to feel like you can start like moving in all sorts of different directions, because before you felt like, your hands were tied at the back, but now you will realize that you had the power all along to do this. But don't blame yourself, because it doesn't matter. As long as you reach this point, this moment in life, you're going to be absolutely fine. Because after that moment in time, you become aware of this opportunity. You are going to need to already, naturally, you're going to start kind of plan. It's to do with the plan, the beginning of a very important plan you have here, my gorgeous Sagittarini. But at the same time, when you become aware of that plan, you are going to need to make like a really powerful decision, a really important decision. And that decision that you're going to need to make, it's primarily connected to your own development. And as soon as you make that decision, almost like your process of your own rebirth is literally starting. As soon as you make that decision at the end of the week, that important decision, it's like, oh my god. And let me just try to, that decision that you are going to make, it's really gonna be connected to your own development, connected to your own promotion, connected to you going on the next step, next stage of your life, no matter where you are. But at the same time, the decision that you are going to make, it's also like kind of going to really make sure you are like making sure that you don't kind of like go through so much negativity ever again, because you've learned something so powerful about yourself, something so big about your own power. So at the same time, you're gonna make sure that you don't go like to what you went over the last 2 or 3 years ever again. And even more so, your passion, it's about to be ignited like there is no tomorrow by the end of the week. Just follow your passion, okay? Your spirit is going to be rising like, oh my lord, by the end of the week. You're going to feel very passionate. You need to follow that passion. You need to see where this is going to take you, because as soon as you become aware of that passion, very strong passion, especially on the 17th and the 18th of September, especially on the 17th and the 18th of September, look how you're gonna feel. Look where this passion is going to take you. But at the same time, it's again, you need to go on the next step. You need to make sure you understand. As soon as you become aware of this passionate moment, you're gonna feel your passion being ignited. Your spirit is going to be rising. But at the same time, this in itself, you need to understand that you are giving birth literally to something so important. With another word, something is starting, something is about to begin that is going to stay with you for the rest of your life. It's going to make you feel very happy, very successful, very exciting, and it's going to be changing every single step of the way. You're going to be able to prove such an important point to yourself, but to so many other people who are maybe denying of what you are doing, or who maybe didn't agree what you are doing. It doesn't matter. But as soon as you kind of have your passion ignited so much about something very specific in your life on the 17th and 18th of September, just remember that naturally there is going to be a kind of like a very kind of a bold move that you're going to need to make, very kind of like a brave move. It's at the same time that you're going to need to make. Normally you would have a problem with that, but now, because your passion is going to be ignited, you are going to be on such an elevated level that this is something that it's really something that you need to do. This is going to bring you just a little bit of contemplation in your life at the end of the week. And contemplation is going to be, you're going to find this really challenging, but at the same time, as soon as you become aware of that contemplation that you're going to find really challenging, just remember that you do not want people in your life, like people around you who are constantly bringing you down. And at the same time, you need to also remember to ignore people who don't mean anything to you, because this is primarily connected to people who are completely kind of having a different opinions, and different views to you. And this life is way too short to waste on people and things that absolutely don't matter anything to us. So this is like a little bit of part of the challenge, because you are going to be challenged a little bit at the end of the week, you know, because of the people who are going to cross your path and maybe question certain things and certain motives about your life. But then it doesn't really matter, because it's all about you understanding that, you know, it's like at that moment you will know something that they don't know, and you might as well keep that to yourself, which doesn't really matter whatsoever. But at the same time, my gorgeous Sagittarini, just follow your passion, because where this passion is going to take you, it's going to be very much so unbelievable in the best possible way. Just remember to trust yourself no matter what. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.